bottom line is that we wanted to make sure we had an opportunity to come out and tell you thanks so much. But let me kind of share with you a little bit about the Houston Fire Department. This city as a whole is a very fine city. You should be very proud to live here. The firefighters, both police and fire, I can't really overlook them because we're the front line of community public service and public safety, are both the law and fire and EMS. They are very well trained. We take in consideration just about all the things that might impact the city of Houston. The procedures are there. You've got a lot of men and women that care a great deal about this department. But when you look at the city as a whole, you're talking about 620 square miles. We're talking about the 2.2 million people that reside here. But Monday through Friday, you can pick up another 500,000 from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. So we're close to almost 3 million people here Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to probably about 5 p.m. in the afternoon, a little bit longer. That's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of products that move through the city. There's a lot of things that take place. There's a lot of different communities. And as big as we are, you can just take in consideration if you were in the NASA area and you would start heading north on I-45 and got on 59 and continued north toward the Kingwood area, you would go and you would have traveled approximately 45 miles and you'd still be inside the city limits of Houston. It's pretty large, but yet and still, of all that distance that we've just traveled from NASA to Kingwood, there are a lot of communities that you're going to go through, a lot of diverse communities. And each side of those communities are members that look like you and myself. And those persons out there are looking to be safe. They're looking to have homes and jobs and careers. And all of that is in the whole process of the spectrum of what a city should do. And it takes good government, good leadership. It takes persons that are sitting at the table that is committed to understand that they want you to know that we're going to stand and watch. But also, too, it takes an opportunity for different companies and corporations to say, not only do I want to do business with you, but I also want to be engaged in your community. Firehouse, Devon Energy, Centerpoint, all the agencies that we represented this morning, they've now shown you that they want to be engaged with the department. They want to make sure that we can possibly get there. There's a process in which we look at is what we call the global department. That global department, from my perspective, I've shared this 100 times. But in the process of who we are with the fire, EMS, hazmat, rescue, all those disciplines that we do, those are service commodities. We have to make sure, from the councilman's position, that we've got the correct funding and we're doing all the right things with all those service commodities. But in that same process, then we have to make sure that we do well on the service delivery. When you pick up the phone, you don't get a choice to call anyone else, and you don't get to choose the agency you want to come out. We better well make sure that we're prepared to address whatever your emergency is. But the bottom line behind both of those concepts that I just talked about, we have to be held accountable. And we're going to be held accountable by the general public. How well we respond, are we able to take care of the emergency? But yet and still, the biggest piece that sometimes that we overlook, and you can talk to all of the firefighters that wear the uniform, they can honestly tell you, 30-something plus years ago when I first came to the department, I think I was probably just as eager as anyone else. I could probably see myself on the front page of saving someone's life and be recognized for all the heroic things that I could possibly ever have done. And out of 31 years, I've never made the front page yet. But I can't tell you how many times people have come up and said, I want to thank you for what you do. And believe it or not, that's what we want to tell you this morning. We want to thank you for what you do, what you've done, what you'll continue to do. That engagement and that position that you've taken right now means so much to us.